going to be talking about how you guys can tell your cockatiel's gender. This is a pretty requested video, so we're going to talk about it today. So, without any more further ado, thank you so much for tuning in today, and let's get into it. So there are different ways of telling your cockatiel's gender, and the different methods of telling your cockatiel's gender will vary depending on your cockatiel's mutation. The probably easiest way of telling their gender with pretty much any mutation is by their chirp. Usually male cockatiels will be the ones who will be whistling. It is extremely rare for a female cockatiel to whistle, so most likely you will get a cockatiel that does not whistle, that is a female. So if your cockatiel whistles, then they are going to be 99.9% sure that they are a male. Female cockatiels will usually have a kind of duck squeaking kind of chirp. And if your bird does that, oh, did I scare you? I'm sorry. Or did you just want to shoot me? Oh my. If your bird does that little cockatiel duck squeak, then they will be 100% sure that they are a female. Another way of telling your cockatiel's gender is if they are a pied cockatiel. Now, pied cockatiels are probably one of the easiest mutations of cockatiels to tell their gender. As you can see, at the back of, on their wings, they have very intense pied patterns as babies. If they are a female, after a year or so, they will go through their first molt, and if their pattern of their piedness remains, then they are a female. However, after their first molt, if their pattern disappears and they will be more solid coloring, then they are a male cockatiel. Okay, but say your cockatiel is a Latino cockatiel or a classic cockatiel. How do you tell their gender? Well, the only thing I can tell you guys is that male cockatiels, their coloring will typically be much more dramatic. So they will have a lot, their grays will be darker, their cheeks, there will be bright orange, and their yellows will be fairly dark. For female cockatiels, their grays will be a little bit more or less intense. You guys want to come here? Their grays will be much lighter. Their orange will not be as bright orange, and their yellows will be a little bit more not so bright. As I talked about in my budgie, male versus female budgie, how to tell your budgie's gender, I mentioned that you can tell their gender by the color of their cere. Their cere is that thing above their beak, and it is a nose. And you can clearly see that it is a nose because they have nostrils. And cockatiels also have that nose, which has nostrils on them. Now, with telling your cockatiel's gender, their cere, or nose, which has nostrils, is not going to help you. Their cere will either be a light pink or a gray cere, and no, light pink is not male, gray is female. No, it will depend on their mutation. Talk about their personalities. Cockatiels, unlike budgies, will be a lot more active, at least for male cockatiels. Male cockatiels will be much more active than females, unlike male budgies. In my experience, male budgies are a lot more chill and female budgies are a lot more active. It is kind of the opposite for cockatiels. Male cockatiels will typically be more active than female cockatiels. However, you have to remember that cockatiels are extremely, extremely chill birds. They will love to hang out with you. They love squishes, all cockatiels do. And they're just amazing birds. Actually, when I was planning on getting treasure, before I got treasure, I was full on going to get a cockatiel. Now, the reason I did not end up getting a cockatiel is because I would not be able to provide another large cage for it, which is why I decided to go with another budgie since they can stay in the same cage if they are bonded. I would like to wrap up today's video by saying, once again, that any gender of any bird can do anything. I absolutely hate when people say that female birds in general just can't do anything. In reality, they can learn the same amount of tricks and things that male birds can learn, not even more. And I really hate when people say that male birds in general are better than female birds, because it's not true. They're equally the same, and they can learn the same amount of things, and it's really sad when people say that, oh, they can't learn anything. Female birds can't learn anything, because in reality, they can, and it's really, really sad when people say they can't. So that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and comment down below if you want more videos like this and in this kind of format. And I will see you guys next time.